Ever feel like your brain's been replaced with a slot machine that only plays 15-second dance videos? Like you sat down to check one thing and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you've watched a man in a chicken costume review 47 different types of cheese? Yeah, that's not just bad time management. That's your brain being hijacked. Today we're diving deep into how TikTok is literally physically rewiring your neural pathways and whether the damage is permanent. Spoiler alert, it's not great. Let's get into it. The slot machine effect. Imagine you're a caveman. You're just vibing, eating berries, avoiding saber-toothed tigers. Your brain releases dopamine when you find something good like food or shelter or someone who doesn't steal your berries. Now imagine that same brain is suddenly handed a magic rectangle that delivers unpredictable rewards every 2.7 seconds. See, TikTok wasn't designed by accident. It was engineered by people who studied exactly how to keep you hooked. Every time you scroll, your brain says, "Ooh, what's next?" That little thrill, that's dopamine. But here's the problem. Your caveman brain wasn't built for this. It's like giving a toddler unlimited candy and wondering why they won't eat vegetables. Except the toddler is you, and the candy is algorithmically perfected content designed to exploit every psychological vulnerability you have. TikTok creates a variable reward schedule, the same psychological mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. You don't know if the next video will be boring, funny, or life-changing. And that uncertainty, that's what keeps you going. Think about it. Have you ever told yourself, just 5 more minutes, and then emerge from your phone 3 hours later like a confused vampire emerging from a cave? That's the variable reward schedule working exactly as designed. The attention span destroyer. Let's talk about your attention span. You remember attention spans, right? Those things we used to have before we replaced them with TikTok. Here's the terrifying truth. Every time you watch a 15-second video and then immediately swipe to the next one, you're training your brain to need constant stimulation. Think about it like this. Your brain is a muscle. When you read a book, you're doing a mental marathon. Slow, steady, building stamina. When you're on TikTok, you're doing mental sprints, lots of them, constantly. But here's the kicker. Your brain doesn't know the difference between training and damage. It just knows that you keep demanding short, intense bursts of stimulation. So it adapts. Ever try to watch a movie and find yourself reaching for your phone during the boring parts? Or read an article and realize you've scanned the first 3 sentences, given up, and scrolled to the comments? That's the rewiring in action. A normal movie has slow parts. That's called storytelling. But your brain has been conditioned to view any pause in stimulation as an emergency. It's like your brain has developed attention deficit disorder from being force-fed dopamine on a loop. The dopamine debt cycle. Here's something nobody tells you about dopamine. It's not the pleasure chemical. It's the anticipation chemical. It's the itch, not the scratch. When you're scrolling TikTok, you're not actually enjoying the videos. You're enjoying the anticipation of the next video. You're chasing the next hit. And here's the dark part. The anticipation is always better than the reward. This creates a cycle. You scroll, you get a dopamine spike, then it drops below baseline. Suddenly you feel worse than before, so you scroll more and more and more. It's a debt cycle. You're borrowing happiness from your future self, and the interest rates are brutal. You know that feeling when you close the app and suddenly everything seems boring and grey. That's not just because the app was fun, that's because your dopamine baseline has been artificially inflated, and now normal life literally doesn't feel as good. TikTok has made your real life seem less interesting by comparison. Your friends are talking, boring. Your food tastes good, meh. The sunset is beautiful, whatever. I've seen a video where a golden retriever skateboards better than me. The brain rot phenomenon. You've heard the term brain rot, right? It started as a joke, but like most jokes that are actually true, it's not really that funny. Brain rot isn't just about slang like skibidi toilet or Ohio. It's about the way your brain processes information when it's constantly consuming garbage. You know what's scary? According to researchers, people who spent more than 2 hours a day on TikTok in 2024 showed measurable differences in their attention spans compared to people who didn't. We're talking physical changes to neural pathways. Your brain isn't just getting used to short videos. It's physically rewiring to expect them. You ever try to watch a 20-minute YouTube video and feel like it's a feature-length film, or sit through a documentary and feel physically uncomfortable? That's because your brain has gotten used to the TV dinner version of information. It's forgotten how to sit down for a real meal. Imagine if you ate fast food for every meal for 3 years. Then someone sits you down to a home-cooked meal with vegetables and everything. You'd probably say, "Where's the salt? Why isn't this 40% sugar? I want my food to be orange and crunchy." Your brain is doing the same thing with content. Your attention, their money. Here's the thing we don't want to admit. TikTok isn't your friend. It's a multi-billion-dollar company that makes its money by selling your attention. Every second you spend on that app, someone is making money. And they've designed the algorithm to maximize those seconds. The algorithm knows you better than you know yourself. It knows what makes you angry, what makes you laugh, what makes you insecure, and it feeds you exactly that, not to make you happy, to keep you scrolling. You ever notice how TikTok seems to know exactly what content will make you angry? Or how it shows you just enough of things you hate to make you stop scrolling and comment? That's not an accident. Anger keeps you engaged. Controversy keeps you commenting. Outrage keeps you coming back. TikTok doesn't care if you're happy. It cares if you're engaged, and nothing engages humans like negative emotions. The algorithm is basically a toxic relationship that you can't leave, because sometimes it's really good. The comparison trap. Let's talk about something that's been destroying self-esteem for years. Looking at other people's carefully curated lives. When you scroll TikTok, you're not seeing reality. You're seeing the highlight reel of millions of people. That person who looks perfect? They filmed 47 takes. That person with the amazing body? They're standing in specific lighting. That person with the dream life? They're just as miserable as you. But your brain doesn't know that. It sees all these people who are better than you, and it makes you feel inadequate. And what do you do when you feel inadequate? You scroll more, you compare more, you feel worse, you scroll more. It's a self-perpetuating cycle of misery that they designed on purpose. You ever scroll through TikTok and think, wow, everyone is so much more successful, attractive, and interesting than me? Yeah, that's the trap. The algorithm shows you content that makes you feel insecure because insecure people stay on the app longer. But here's the truth. The person posting that perfect video is probably feeling just as insecure as you are. They're just better at faking it. Is the damage permanent? Here's the million-dollar question. You've been scrolling for years. Your attention span is shot. Your dopamine is fried. You can't remember the last time you read a full book. Is it permanent? The answer is complicated. Good news first, your brain is neuroplastic. That means it can change, rewire, adapt. Just like the app rewired your brain for short attention spans, you can rewire it back. Bad news, it takes work, like actual work. Not "I'll start tomorrow" work, not "I'll just scroll for 5 more minutes and then I'll change" work. Real, uncomfortable, I'm bored and I hate it work. Think of it like physical fitness. You can get out of shape in a few weeks of sitting on the couch, but getting back in shape takes months of consistent effort. Your brain is the same way. But here's some hope. Studies show that even just 2 weeks of reduced screen time can start to restore attention spans and dopamine sensitivity. Your brain is remarkably resilient. It wants to heal. You just have to let it. The addiction mechanism. Let's get real for a second. TikTok isn't just a habit. For many people, it's a genuine addiction. And the research backs this up. When researchers hooked people up to brain scanners while they scrolled TikTok, The same areas of the brain lit up that light up during drug addiction. The same neural pathways, the same dopamine receptors, the same withdrawal symptoms. People have reported physical symptoms when trying to quit: irritability, insomnia, anxiety. That's withdrawal, friends. That's your brain screaming because it's not getting its fix. Have you ever tried to not use TikTok for a day, really tried, and then found yourself unconsciously unlocking your phone, opening the app, and scrolling before you even realized what you were doing? That's the sign of a habit that has bypassed your conscious decision-making. You're not choosing to scroll. Your brain is autopiloting you to the app. It's like your thumb has a mind of its own. The just one more trap. You know what the scariest part is? You probably have no idea how much time you actually spend on TikTok. The app literally has features designed to keep you from noticing time passing. No clocks, infinite scroll, autoplay. It removes all the natural stopping cues that would normally tell you to stop. It's like being in a casino with no windows and no clocks, except the casino is in your pocket, and it's always there, and it knows exactly which buttons to push to keep you playing. Let's do a quick test. Take a guess. How many hours did you spend on TikTok yesterday? Now check your screen time. Was it double what you thought? Triple? I remember seeing my own screen time for the first time and feeling like I'd been punched in the stomach. It was embarrassing. And then I kept scrolling anyway, because the app was right there, and just one more video wouldn't hurt. How to reclaim your brain. Okay, so we've established that TikTok is basically a psychological weapon designed to exploit your brain's vulnerabilities. So what do we do about it? Here are some actual things that work. 1. Set app limits, not the kind you ignore, the kind you actually use. Have someone set a password so you can't override it. 2. Phone-free zones, no phones in the bedroom, no phones at the dinner table. Make the places you spend the most time TikTok-free zones. 3. The replace, don't remove strategy. You need something to replace the scrolling. This is why so many people fail at quitting apps. They just have a void. Fill it with something real. Read a book, go for a walk, call a friend, actually call them on the phone. 4. The one TikTok rule. Allow yourself one TikTok session per day. Set a timer. When it goes off, you're done. No exceptions. 5. Delete the app. This is the nuclear option, but it works. Make yourself use the website version. It's clunky and annoying, and suddenly those 15-second videos don't seem so tempting. Think of it like a diet. You wouldn't try to lose weight by keeping a box of donuts on your desk and relying on willpower. You'd remove the donuts. Same goes for TikTok. Add friction. Stay woke. So there you have it. TikTok is physically rewiring your brain. It's destroying your attention span, scrambling your dopamine, and making real life feel boring by comparison. Is it permanent? Only if you let it be. The good news is that you're now aware of what's happening, and awareness is the first step toward change. You can't break a habit you don't know you have. But now you know. Your brain is powerful. It's been hijacked, sure. But it can heal. It wants to heal. You just have to give it the chance. So here's my challenge to you. Put your phone down for an hour. See how it feels. You might be bored. That's okay. Boredom isn't the enemy. It's the space where creativity happens. You might feel anxious. That's okay too. That's just your brain detoxing. But eventually, something magical happens. The world starts to feel real again. Conversations become interesting again. You realize there's a whole life happening outside that tiny rectangle in your hand. TikTok is a tool. It can be fun, educational, even beautiful, but it's also a trap designed to exploit your psychology. Use it. Don't let it use you. And if this video opened your eyes to what's really happening, let me know in the comments. Share it with a friend who needs a wake-up call. Let's help each other stay woke. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay curious. Stay skeptical. And for the love of everything holy, put your phone down sometimes.